Hey guys, I'm Mezzy and welcome to this quick start guide for Mythic Priory of the Sacred Flame. Priory is one of the War Within dungeons joining the Mythic Plus dungeon pool in Season 2. The first boss is Captain Dailcry. Before you even get to him, you have to set things up. The boss will be surrounded by 3 lieutenant trash mobs that increase the damage of the other lieutenants by 200% per mob that's still close to Dailcry. So you have to lure away 2 lieutenants and kill them before the boss encounter. You do this by going to the highlighted points on the minimap and killing a named trash mob there. When they die, a lieutenant will run towards you. Each lieutenant has their own set of abilities. Tanner is a mage, interrupts her casts and move out of the swirls. Elena is a paladin, interrupts repentance and heal through the AoE damage. And Shaynil is a warrior that leaps around putting a bleed on who gets hit. Spread out and don't stand in the swirl. Now, to start with, when you actually fight the boss, the last remaining lieutenants will have 1000% extra health, meaning they'll have more health than the boss himself, so ignore it other than dealing with their mechanics. As for Dailcry himself, Pierce Armor will put a dot on the tank. Hurl Spear will be cast at a random player, deal damage and put a dot on who it hits, so spread out and dodge it. At least that's what I would like to say. During testing, dodging couldn't be reliably done. So worst case scenario, if it goes like that on live, have the tank soak the spear. Next, interrupt Battlecry, and if you fail to do that, use Enrage Dispels to get rid of it. And lastly, when Savage Mauling is cast, DPS the shield down as quickly as possible because one of your party will take a beating. The second boss is Baron Braunpyke. At 100 energy he'll become empowered. His abilities will just do more of the same, so we'll just go over the basics. Move out of the swirl and dodge the spinning hammers of purity that spawn from it. If you can coordinate with your group, stack up so that the hammers spawn in the same location. This will make it easier for you to create a safe space to stand in after the hammers have moved outwards. Sacrificial Pyre is the mythic only ability and will cause a light well circle to spawn. This needs to be soaked by different players. Each time someone soaks it, they get knocked back, get a dot, and the circle loses a charge. Use a personal cooldown when you run in. Have different players run into it until it disappears. If you take too long, the light will explode on the entire group. Next, interrupt Burning Light. If you don't, you'll take damage and the boss will heal. And lastly, move out of the giant circle that is Castigator's Shield. The last boss is Prioress Murrpray, and you'll want to kill all the trash at the bottom of the stairs before you start the fight. This is a 2-phase encounter. In phase 1, interrupt Holy Smite. Move out of the swirl from Holy Flame. When Blinding Light is cast, face your character away from the boss. Kite the beam from Purifying Light away from the group when it follows you. And lastly, Inner Fire will put a buff on the boss, increasing damage done and dealing AoE damage to the entire group every 3 seconds. When she reaches 50% health, the boss will go into the intermission. She jumps up, gets a large shield, and starts pulsing increasing AoE damage with Embrace the Light. Run up as fast as possible and start DPSing the shield down. Some adds will spawn as well. Cleave them down while you focus the shield. The phase will end once the shield is gone and you interrupt her cast. You'll then go back to the phase 1 abilities on this upper platform. And that's all you need to know for the Priory of the Sacred Flame bosses. If you liked this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with others. I would really appreciate it as it helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you'd like to support me more, you can also follow me over on Twitter, Blue Sky, and Twitch, all at BBMezzy. And lastly, I also have a community Discord linked in the description. For now, I'm Mezzy, and I'll see you again next time.